Alright, hello folks, my name is Real Blank Space. We are here with the Eternal City. This map was put together by Rupert from the community, who used some sort of free software to kind of plot out the points as best we knew them. And this is the game world. Pretty much the best map I've seen in a really long time. You start your adventure in Iridine. You find your way to both Blackvine, Vedalin, and if you do end up jumping onto a boat, you can get yourself as far as Franlius. To the southeast, Tepsin, Viron, all of those sort of places, those are not accessible because they've never really been built. Excuse me. But what has been built, and what we're going to be talking about today, is Seld. As you can see from the map here, Seld is directly east of Vedalin. It is approximately 5 miles east of Vedalin. From the help files, Seld is a riverside town, and it is home of the Blue Breakwater Inn. Most of the residents of Seld work in or around the inn, earning docking fees and selling produce to passing rivercraft. The inn doesn't have to buy much from merchant houses, which is unusual and reduces its prices. So, we know that the road is currently being built in the game. So if you were to log into the Eternal City right now, any of your characters could be helping build the road that goes from Vedalin to Seld. We do have some new exciting lore to share, which is what this video is about. Some of the new stuff that we've heard is that the Blue Breakwater Inn was originally built as a temporary shelter for settlers. But eventually, it became an inn because of all of the personal rooms. Talk about being the family who decided to set that thing up, right? Nice big building right by the river. Got it set nice and easy for the rest of life. Another, maybe not as known fact, is that it's many of the local residents still actually live within the Blue Breakwater Inn. So, some places, like the city of Iridine, or Iridine, depending on how you say it, people have kind of, they may have started in one area, but or their financial situation means they got to live in the steppes or maybe close down towards the alleys. Most of the people who still live in Seld still live at the inn. Why has this new content been created, and what does that mean for you? Well, we had some storylines happen where some farmers had some issues with bandits, and they've kind of had to rely on, the river. A lot of produce, I'm sure, comes up and down that river, as well as the roads, as you can see there on the map here. But a lot of it's probably the river. It's going to be the fastest way. Throw things on something that can float up and down, or be rowed up and down, and get it out to the sea to be, transported all over the land. When your locals are being raided by bandits, well, things might be a little rough. So, in the game right now, the road is currently being built. And they're probably having to rely on their own internal food source, which is fish. Along with that, having all that fish there, it's probably their major export. with the new content that we're hoping to see when Seld is created. Probably expect to see a lot of fish soups, fish chowders, probably some fishy sushi. Who knows? Two of the bigger points that I wanted to mention on this video here is that Seld is located on a road that goes to Friendliest and has traditionally been used to transport supplies to the front lines. So goods come up and down the river and are wagoned to the front from there. Seld's main business is transports to and from the front. I'm going to assume things like salted fish, things that an army would need to be able to fight up on its border. If you look at the road that goes from Seld all the way up to Friendliest, you would expect, a lot of fish. You've got timber and stuff that are probably making their way up there to be able to resupply the Legion. So what we have here is a new area being built in the game world that is going to have all sorts of stuff in it. So let's throw around some ideas of what could potentially be there and what we do know is going to be there. From the new content that is going to be talked about in another video, the newbie area stuff, or I believe it is the Officium de Humanitas. We know that there is some sort of reputation or credit that can be earned for those who are unskilled. Right now, we currently are in the middle of building the road. Everybody's invited. Grab a shovel, grab a wagon. Let's get that road built. With that, some of the exciting things that we can look forward to is going to be new food and new drink that usually is part of I don't want to call it an expansion, but an opening of a new area. It's the same with Quartz Heights. Friendliest was the same. Rock Valley as well, and now we have Seld. So what I do think should be exciting is seeing what kind of fish, what sort of foods and stuff are going to come with the opening of this area. We do know that a new inn is going to be there, so maybe we see an area that is people are going to want to go to. And when I think about a trade hub, I look to what sort of transportation they have. There's the river there, so at this point I want to say these are hypotheticals for now. We're going to have to see, but there's all sorts of potentials for a new river ride from Vedalin to Seld. Maybe you'll be able to go from Monlon to Seld. There is a road from Seld to Friendliest, so maybe we have, all sorts of different things. I like to think maybe we have horses or wagons or who knows, whatever sort of travel we have from Seld to Friendliest. So there's a lot of potential exciting game world opening things that could be going through there as well. So new travel in that area, who knows? But we do know for certain there's going to be a lot of fish food. We do know there's going to be a lot of fish type river woodsy sort of booze. So that should be kind of cool. And we do know that there is some ways. We've had some teasers with being able to tend a vegetable garden in the village of Seld. It was part of the newbie office content that was just brought out. There's also another person, because there's a lot of fish. We can't even see this guy yet, but we do know they're going to be able to earn credit with Pictoros doing repairing of nets up in Seld. So not only are we getting a new area, new content in the game, and we have new new player experience stuff that's going to be happening. We also have food, unskilled work opportunities. We have yummy new foodstuffs and drinks. And the big one I think is very, very exciting is the lore that opens up with this area. Maybe we get to meet some new folks who make characters that are born in Seld, and they enjoy living at the Blue Breakwater Inn. Opens up more potential for possible roleplay in and around that area, which I think is awesome. The exciting thing, I think most of the community that have been around, they're going to be looking forward to what sort of travel, how does this open up the world. As you can see, for our world, this is groundbreaking to the east. It opens up hopefully some sort of transport to Friendliest and maybe Monlon, and it adds another hub where people will be able to go and check out and do more fun content. So looks exciting. I hope you're as excited as I am. I am haven't been out helping with the road, I'll be honest, but I do know that as soon as it's done, we're gonna have another big stream. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This was a little bit of a Seld lore teaser based on some stuff I was able to dig up and kind of put together from what was out there. Thanks for being here. If you're watching on YouTube, you can check out the Discord link to hop into Discord. If you're new to MUDs, if you're new to role-playing, and you are interested but don't know where to start, we have a pretty welcoming community, and hope to see you next time when we will be going over the Officium of De Humanitas, which is basically the newbie office that has been added. I'm going to do a little video over that here in the future. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.